And President William Ruto's decision to dissolve his entire cabinet has been interpreted by pundits as a strategy to redeem his dwindling popularity among Kenyans and pressure mounted by Gen Z. Already some names of leaders from Azimio are being fronted for consideration as cabinet secretaries. They include 2 ODM top officials and a sitting MP. Mushebi Jr. takes it away.
Ladies and gentlemen,
when President William Ruto on Thursday fired his whole cabinet, sending all his cabinet secretaries, including the Attorney General Justin Muturi, home, the head of state noted that only the offices of the Deputy President and the Cabinet Secretary were unaffected. According to Ruto, following the decision, he would kick off engagements across different sectors and political formations, including Kenyans in both private and public sectors, to set up a broad-based government.
In extensive consultations across different sectors and political formations and other Kenyans, both in public and private, with the aim of setting up a broad-based government.
Ruto noted the forthcoming engagements would assist him in accelerating and expediting the necessary, urgent and irreversible implementation of radical programs to deal with the burden of debt and raising domestic resources.
Measures and programs to deal with the burden of debt, to explore raising domestic resources and revenues, expanding job opportunities.
Kenyans from different walks of life have, however, stuck on the announcement by President William Ruto that he would form, quote and unquote, a broad-based government. Broad-based government refers to a government that includes representation from a wide range of political parties, social groups, or sectors of society. This type of government aims to ensure that diverse interests and perspectives are considered in decision-making and promotion. However, others reading a ploy move by President William Ruto are worried that a government of national unity is inevitable, under consideration and on the table, pointing to a low-key handshake on the horizon. President Ruto, ODM leader Raila Odinga, and other leaders from both Kenya Kwanza and Azimio coalition at KICC, after signing of IEBC bill into law last Tuesday, announced plans for a broad-based political arrangement, lending credence to reports he is planning to co-opt the Orange Democratic Movement led by veteran opposition leader Raila Odinga into his besieged Kenya Kwanza administration. However, in a dramatic turn of events, ODM leader Raila Odinga appeared to be backing away from the proposed political deal with the president, as his coalition partners rejected the plan for a government of national unity.
If we are not careful, all of us will get thrown out by the Gen Zs, because they say we have come of age.
Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka also joined other Azimio la Umoja principals in firmly rejecting the planned national dialogue, throwing a wrench into Ruto's plans to form a broad-based administration.
But now is the time. The country is at a crossroads. Can we, for a beginning, even in order to bring the country to normalcy?
Sources indicated that Ruto had agreed to offer Raila 7 cabinet slots and 12 principal secretary positions, as well as several parastatal appointments and ambassador posts, in a bid to bring the former prime minister into the fold. However, the backlash from Raila's own coalition seemingly forced him to reconsider this arrangement. On Wednesday, Raila tweeted a cryptic message saying, quote and unquote, "I have been told by these leaders that you don't want a handshake. The message is home." This apparent retreat comes amid growing public outcry over the prospect of Raila and Ruto joining forces just months after a bitterly contested election that saw Azimio reject the results. Earlier, Ruto's Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua had declared that government appointments and contracts are a preserve of those who voted for Kenya Kwanza government alone. His remarks contributed to emergence of wide national protests. Gachagua said the Kenya Kwanza government only will reward its staunch supporters and those who toiled to put the current government in office and give least consideration to members of the opposition.
I want this region to deliver a decisive vote for President William Ruto in 2027 and to make sure that we increase our shareholding in his government from 47% to almost 60%. Many people are uncomfortable about our shareholding. Ni kidogo is only 47. 27 tutaiongeza itakuwa mingi zaidi.
He said even though the government will serve all Kenyans, it is prudent, fair and logical to reward its supporters with government appointments.
It is primitive and backwards for anybody to imagine that any region of Kenya cannot get development on account of how they voted. That is not right. That is not correct. And I want to assure the people of Kenya that we are going to move together as one nation.
Gachagua insisted that those who voted the other way must learn a lesson about elections. However, with the tides overhauled, the former Mathira Member of Parliament will likely find himself in a tricky position should the new broad-based government be put in place. For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, I'm Bushabi Jr.